What up? What up? What up? Y'all know what it is. You tuned in. Sportsway with Dre Day podcast, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own. Once again, I want to thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. Hit the like, leave a comment, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good shit. Y'all see the title of this video. If you tuned in to the Indiana Fever against the Chicago Sky yesterday, if you tuned into them yesterday, you were in for a treat. That was by far the game of the year so far in the WNBA. That's why I have the title Game of the Year so far. There's plenty of basketball to go. But from that game, I was so much impressed. So much impressed. To the point where after the game, brother dropped a few tears because I was so proud of these girls. So proud of these girls. First of all, when Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark play against each other, whether it's college or obviously in the pros, the games are close. The games are nail biters. This type of game was no different. Chicago 88, Indiana 87. I want to give the Chicago Sky so much credit. I want to give the Sky so much props and so much credit because they could have easily just said, you know what? We getting blowed out. Let's pack this one up and let's go home. That's not what they did. And I think that they felt that they owed it to their Chicago crowd. Being that they was already down 0-2 in the regular season against Indiana, they said, you know what? We're going to keep playing and we're going to keep fighting. And that's exactly what happened. But Indiana definitely helped in Chicago coming back. I honestly believe that when Indiana was up, I think it was 72-64 going to the third quarter. Well, going towards the fourth quarter, I think Indiana got a little too cocky. I think they got a little too arrogant. I think there was a three-pointer that Caitlyn Clark made where she shrugged the shoulders and had the angry face. Naisha Smith did the you little thing to Angel Reese when she made a play on her with a hook shot or something like that. So I think Indiana got a little too cocky for themselves for their own detriment in this game. But as a whole, I was very much impressed from the first quarter to the end. I have been saying before the season even started, I was so high on the potential of Caitlyn Clark and Aaliyah Boston being one of the top duels in the league. Now, obviously, the first portion of the season, when they had all those games in certain nights, they struggled. But since they've been on this winning streak, even this game, even though they lost, the connection that we was hoping to see, we got, and we're starting to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing to see with the whole pick and roll, Caitlyn Clark feeding her the ball in the paint. The 1-2 punch between them is just amazing to watch. It's just amazing to watch. I was smiling from cheek to cheek watching them play in this game. Kelsey Mitchell even did her thing. 24 points. I think with her coming off, she was coming off the bench, but I think once they put her in the starting lineup, that definitely helped another fire for the Indiana Fever. So I guess you could say this is the big three for Indiana. Caitlyn Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. You can say that's the big three for Indiana. But listen. The Chi-Town Barbie. Angel Reese. My God. Listen, I think she took this game personal. She's not going to say it, She gonna give the PC answer, even though she's unapologetic. But I'ma say it for her. I think she took this game personal just because of who she was going up against. Caitlin Clark. You already down 0-2 to her in the regular season. You're already down 0-2 to her. You now have this game in your building. You cannot go 0-3 against her. You can't. You can't let it happen. And the Chi-Town Barbie made it her business to not allow that to happen. This was by far, in her young career, her young WNBA career, this was by far the best game that she has had so far in her career. Now, mind you, this is her 8th straight double-double. 8th straight. But 25 points, 16 rebounds, and she was so efficient from the paint. From the paint. And all I kept saying to myself was, if this young woman can develop a mid-game jump shot, if she can develop a mid-range jumper with this post game that she got, we're looking at another Asia Wilson. We're looking at another Asia Wilson. Another one. And it's fitting that I said Asia Wilson because she's the first rookie since Asia Wilson to have a 25 plus 15 rebound game. The only other rookie to do that was Asia Wilson. So it's fitting that I said if she can get herself a consistent post game and a decent mid-range game, we're looking at Asia Wilson 2.0. And they both lefty gangs, so you already know I rock with that because I'm a lefty myself. But listen, seeing this game and watching it in its entirety was just amazing. Kennedy Carter did her thing as well. Listen, I know all the attention is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but there was another rookie that showed out in this game as well, and that was Kamilla Cardoso because she had 16 and 10 rebounds. So all three of the rookies from this class had double-doubles in this game, and again, I was just proud. I smiled from cheek to cheek, from beginning to end. Hell, there was times I yelled at my TV because there was some plays where Angel was in the paint, and she got her hand out like, yo, give me the ball, and they wasn't giving it to her. They were not giving it to her. There was some plays where Caitlin threw some amazing passes. I think she threw a full court pass to Kelsey Mitchell, and Kelsey couldn't control it. And when she tried to lay it up, she muffled it. There were a couple of plays that if Indiana would have caught some of Caitlin Clark's passes, man, oh man, oh man. But Indiana should not be ashamed. They're still playing very well in this young season now. Very well. Even though their streak is over. I mean, I don't do the moral victory shit, but they should take this, they should take this win and take this L and be satisfied with it. But this is the only issue that I have with Indiana. That last possession, Caitlin should have took that shot. Now, listen, I don't have the quote that she said after the game, but basically, I'm basically paraphrasing. She trusts her teammates, and you should trust your teammates. But in that situation, especially when the prior possession with Chicago, Maria Mabry, I think that's her name, she missed 2 free throws, which is not a first for her this season. There's been plenty of times that she's done that and cost Chicago some games, but that's neither here nor there. Kamilla Cardoso missed 2 free throws as well. That last possession, Caitlin Clark was supposed to have that ball. I mean, I love me some Aaliyah Boston. You will never hear me say anything bad about Aaliyah Boston. I love me some Aaliyah Boston. But in that situation, that last possession, CC22 was supposed to have that ball. She was supposed to have that ball. So I don't know if that was a coach's decision or Caitlin Clark was just controlling the tempo of the game, saw that Aaliyah Boston was in position to score, said, let me give it to her. But honestly, in my honest opinion, I need Caitlyn Clark to be selfish in these situations. I need her to be selfish. Because that basket was supposed to be for you. You were supposed to shoot that shot. I get it. You down by 1. You can easily just, get a 2-pointer. But, with your star power, and I'm quite sure those fans of Chicago, even though they was rooting for the Sky, I know some of them, deep down, was hoping that you take that shot. So, yeah. But other than that, man, I enjoyed this game. Again, from beginning to finish, I enjoyed it. I know a couple of people have this mindset that this is not a rivalry between Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese because they don't play the same position. That shit means nothing to me. When these two young women play against each other, every game that they have played have been nail biters. That's a rivalry to me. Now, they're going to continue to downplay it, as they should, because they want to focus on the game. But us as fans, we got to let it be known. This is a rivalry. This is a new rivalry for the WNBA. Yes, we got Asia Wilson and Breanna Stewart. That's one rivalry already. We now got Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark. Whichever name you want to put first, that's the next rivalry. That's the newest rivalry for the WNBA. And I'm all for it. First of all, it's a rivalry because they came in the same draft class. That right there is a rivalry. And it piggybacks off of what happened in college. So I get that they don't want to pay attention to that. They let us in the media decide that. And that's exactly what I'm deciding. This is a rivalry. I love both you girls, but this is a rivalry. And as long as y'all go out there and put on these type of performances, I'm all for it. And Caitlyn Clark played good as well. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. She played good as well. 17 points, 6 rebounds. She dropped 13 dimes. She could have messed around and probably had 17 assists. She probably could have had a 17-17 game. She shot 5 from 9 from the three-point line, and this is the stat that I didn't pay attention to towards the end of the game. She didn't sit down the whole game. She treated this game as if it was a national title game. She played all 40 minutes. The only time she sat down was for timeouts. Whether it was a TV timeout or either her team called timeout or Teaspoon called the timeout. Other than that, she played all 40 minutes. I got to commend her. But I'm telling you, Chi-Town Barbie took this personal. She took this personal. She answered the bell. Because, of course, you got those haters out there that say, oh, she's overrated. Her game is sloppy. She only gets her rebounds because of her missed layups and this, that, and the third. She was crashing boards like a woman possessed out there. Her and Cardoso. But Angel Reese did get 16, and she was just, she was out there beasting. She was out there beasting. And I couldn't be more proud of her. I couldn't. But before I go, I do have this question to ask. Now, again, I already said this is the game of the year so far. Y'all can argue with your mother about that shit. You can argue with your father about it. You can argue with your aunt, uncle, your godchildren, your grandparents. Argue with whoever the fuck you want. This is the game of the year so far, okay? But I do have this one question before I go. And this is directed to 5 people in particular. Stephen A. Smith. Shannon Sharp. Emmanuel Oucho. Shady McCoy. And the fat fuck himself, Jason Whitlock. What y'all got to say now about Angel Reese? Because Stephen A. and Shannon, y'all do enough tap dancing for Caitlyn Clark as it is. Now that Angel Reese had this type of game and got the dub, I want to see what y'all going to say about Angel Reese on First Take. That's if y'all even on the show. For all we know, y'all might be on vacation now that the NBA Finals is over. But if y'all on First Take, y'all better open up talking about this game. Y'all better open up talking about this. We don't give a fuck about no NBA draft on Wednesday. We don't care about that. Ain't nobody in that draft worth talking about. When First Take opens up, this better be the first thing you motherfuckers is talking about. The first thing. Get up, y'all too. Greeny, whoever else is on that panel with you. This game should be the first thing y'all talk about. First things first. Nick Wright. Get LeBron nuts out your mouth. Chris Broussard. Nick Wilds. This should be the first thing y'all talking about. Speak. Especially you two guys. Emmanuel Alcho and Shady McCoy. Y'all always got something slick to say about Angel Reese. So much. I want to see what you motherfuckers got to say tomorrow. Because y'all better be speaking about this too. This should be the first thing y'all talk about. James Jones, got love for you. Joy. Joy Taylor. Joy to the world. But stay focused, Dre. Stay focused. Stay focused. But, yeah. I want to see if those four gentlemen gonna give Angel Reese the props that she rightfully deserves after this game. I want to see. Because they've been tap dancing so much for Caitlin Clark, you would think they were Sandman. Y'all might be some of y'all might be too young to know who Sandman is, but I got an old soul, so I know who that is. I know who Gregory Hines is, the Nicholas brothers, I know all that shit. I got an old soul. My parents and grandparents raised me up the right way. But yeah, let me see if y'all four guys got the heart to give Angel Reese the rightfully deserving props and credit that she deserves for having this type game. Because I can guarantee you this. Had Caitlin Clark had these type numbers, let's say she had 25 points and 16 assists and got the dub, man, listen. Y'all have been tap dancing like it was no tomorrow. So I want to see what y'all going to do tomorrow for Angel Reese. And Jason Whitlock, you fat piece of shit. Like, I mean, who knows? You always got something slick to say about Angel Reese. First of all, you're not even qualified to speak about her. I'm not even sure if you picked up a basketball before. I know you picked up some hot dogs and some burgers. You need to be speaking about a treadmill. That's what you need to be talking about, and keep Angel Reese's name out your mouth. But, you know, it is what it is. But again, this is by far the game of the year so far. Game of the year so far. Plenty of basketball to go. The future is bright for the W. I've been telling y'all that. I've been saying this for years. Hopefully now people are starting to catch on. Again, I'm just proud. Listen, man. I'm just proud of these girls. I'm so proud of these girls. Even though Chicago won, I'm proud of Indiana as well. Hard-fought game. Listen, they got one more game to play each other. So if it's anything like the first three, we're going to be in for a nail biter for the fourth one as well. But that's it. It's a wrap for this. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going. Keep it growing. Keep it flowing. Once again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that like button. Hit them comments, man. Do you agree with me that this is the game of the year so far? Hit them comments. Give me your opinion. Share this video when it launches. Do your boy that favor, man. Do your boy that favor. But until next time, catch you on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Salute, salute. Your boy is out of here.